Hooroo. Hooroo, everybody.
Hooroo.
My name is Dexter Mlumwingu. I'm your host today. I'm sure I'm a familiar voice. I'm one of 3 co-hosts on Black Power Talks radio show we have here. We have the privilege of having here on Black Power 96. We're doing a special episode today, live and direct, right here on the ground at Black Power 96 radio station. So today, as you know already, we are in the midst of our July membership drive. We have a goal of raising $8,000 to keep our Black community radio station on the air, bringing you the truth and letting you know what's happening in your community and all around the world. You know, every show on Black Power 96 has a fundraising goal, and a Black Power Talks goal is $600, and I don't have a single doubt that we're going to make that goal. So I invite you all to call 888-979-2796 right now and pledge your support, show your love for Black Power 96 Radio. Again, that's 888-979-2796. Keep Black Power Talks on the air. Keep Black Power 96 on the air. It's only going to happen if we make it happen. We got volunteers on standby right now, ready to take your call and eager to welcome you to the Black Power 96 family. You can also go online and you can donate at, correct me if I'm incorrect, Mr. Eddie, but if you have Cash App, $ Black Power 96, or you can go to the website blackpower96.org/donate. You have a whole lot of options. Whatever option you use, one of them to help sustain this Black Power radio station. So I want to greet you all again. My name is Dexter Mlumwingu. We are streaming live, waving everybody on social media. I'm here I want to introduce you all to my my team too. I'm in here with a fundraising team that's comprised of comrades Elijah over here, who was helping us with the social media and helping us connect, use every avenue possible to get this message to the people. And we have a comrade Midget Waller outside who's taking pledge calls. Again, that's 888-979-2796. So I want to introduce you all also to the guests we have in the room, my esteemed guests in here. I have Director Chimarango Waller, who is a lifelong member of the Uhuru movement, has been out here on the front lines for years, out here on the front lines fighting relentlessly for the African working class community. He's currently the Director of Organization for the African People's Socialist Party. Give it for Director Chimarango.
Yes.
We also have my man here, my comrade, Black Power 96 station manager, DJ Eddie, aka Reverend Eddie, aka Magic Touch Mouse. Be a whole comrade.
Hello, Dexter. Hello, glad to be here.
How you doing?
Good, man. Glad to be here. Ready to respond, man.
Right on. And I want to repeat to all these listeners, if you like what you hear, if you like what you hear every day, then it's our responsibility to keep us on the air. Call 888-979-2796 and make a pledge. So I want to get right into this. This past Saturday, it was 2 days before what's considered by American patriots all around the U.S. as the so-called Independence Day. So I got a call that morning. I got a call from Director Chimarango. He said, "Dexter, get to your Uhuru house." And when Director Chimarango said, "Get to your Uhuru house," he gets to your Uhuru house, right? So I get there, and the first thing I see is police cars and fire trucks. And I would find out that somebody, an attacker, came into the Uhuru House parking lot, got out, and they used a military-grade flamethrower. I repeat, a military-grade flamethrower. We're not talking about a cigarette lighter here. A military-grade flamethrower, and torched the African nation flag, which has been flying high and flying proudly, and instilling a sense of pride in the entire African community. That's what happened this past weekend, and we had these comrades in here to talk a little more about that issue. So I want to start with Director Chimarango. I want to direct the question to you. So the African People's Socialist Party has called this a political attack and an ideological attack.
Right.
And the party's also said that this is not just an attack on a flag, or not even just an attack on the Uhuru House. This is an attack on the entire African community. Can you explain that, please?
Well, the Uhuru House in general, and the flag specifically, the red, black, and green flag, which represents the flag of the African nation, is representative of everything African people are fighting for. In the struggle against colonial capitalism, we are the organization that is on the front line of the revolutionary struggle to get African people their freedom, to destroy colonial capitalism that has held African people in bondage for more than 400 years. So when you see an incident like this one where somebody comes and destroys the flag, not, like you said, not with a cigarette lighter, but with a flamethrower,
Military.
it gets your attention, but it also is indicative of the overall crisis of imperialism, where you see a subject that's ready to use a flamethrower to destroy the symbol of the African nation. And of course, this was an interrupted attack.
Right.
So
true.
we don't know how far the attack would have went, but we said early on, whether it was an African or an American, we were clear that this was an act of white nationalism, because sometimes the colonized are become agents of the colonial oppressor. And when they are sucked up into that system where they become agents of the colonial oppressor, they become just as dangerous as the colonizer themselves. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And I that's something you wanted to add.
Well, yes, I wanted to say, actually, I was asking to turn the music down a little bit because I wanted to make sure I could hear Director Chimarenga. I didn't want anybody to not hear exactly what he was saying, so I was asking to turn the music down just a little bit. And if you could, on that side over there, your maybe the mega seg is up a little bit, but one of those, because I am listening, and I hear a lot of echo, and that's why I just got to call on the phone. So I don't want anybody to miss anything that he's going to say, and we're going to say here, because this is a real issue that's going on throughout our country, that the oppressor just wants us to continue to be oppressed and take down any kind of form of way that he wants to take it down. He's going to try to do that on every front that he can, not only on the Uhuru side of the thing, but any and every African that's here in the country and other places, not only just here in this country, but all over. Africans are being attacked everywhere. So I don't want anything to be, thank you, Conrad. I don't want anything to be taken lightly that what Director Chimarenga is saying. And I want to, again, throw it back to Chimarenga. And if you could just elaborate on that a little more, Chimarenga, because I really want people to hear exactly what.
Sure. So this attack, we believe, is a continuation of the same kind of attacks that Black people have been going through for more than 400 years. Just recently in Buffalo, New York, 10 people, 10 African people killed in a grocery store a few years ago. Dylan Ruth came into a Black church, killed 9 Africans. And this is just a continuation of a crisis of imperialism, where you see so-called colonial citizens, colonizing citizens stepping forward to do the work of the colonial state. However, that does not negate the actions of the colonial state. Because we know in 2020, when George Floyd was murdered by the colonial police, this was the state, a direct attack by the state. And they did everything they could to soft pedal it. They did sacrifice Chauvin and put him in jail for what they said is going to be 22 years, but this was a murder carried out on video, and here we have a situation where the flag is being burned by a subject who is clearly taking on the role of colonizer and attack the Uhuru House, the symbol of African resistance in the city of St. Petersburg. And again, whether the subject was African or white, what they were doing was carrying out that what we call the superstructure of colonial capitalism, which is white nationalism. So that ideology can be in anybody's head if they subject themselves, become subjected to it. I don't care if you're from Mars. You're a white nationalist if you come to the warehouse and burn up the flag. So I think that we have to be clear that it's also a two-tier justice system in this country. And, we were kind of having a back and forth with the police about what the charges should be. And that was in an attempt to make sure that they whoever they arrested got charged like you would charge anybody else. And that's why we were putting that out. I do want to report that it has been an arrest of a subject earlier today. Was reported to me by the police. However, I'm always suspicious of when acts like this are carried out and the police are saying they're trying to help us. Because they didn't help George Floyd.
Right.
They didn't help Tyrone Lewis in 1996. So there's no reasonable thing that we can come to say they are actually trying to help us now because somebody burned up the African flag in the east parking lot of the Uhuru House. So we have to analyze this whole thing within that context.
Yes.
So whether they arrested somebody or not, the police is not a friend of the African community, not a friend of the African nation, not Mr. Friendly helping old ladies across the street. They are still part of the colonial state and part of the colonial oppression of African people in this country.
Right on, right on. I want to appreciate that, Director Chimring, and I hope that the whole entire community can be clear on this. I want to reiterate again, we're in the middle of our July fund drive. We are calling on everybody to support this institution, sustain this institution. Conversations like this couldn't happen if we didn't have this institution. I really want everybody to really internalize the significance. I mean, if it wasn't for this institution, we wouldn't be able to put out the narrative of the African community. It's very important that we sustain our own institutions, Black power institutions, community institutions that put the power in the hands of the African community. So I want to call on you all to donate. Go on the website, blackpower96.org/donate. You can, if you have Cash App, you can use $ Black Power 96. You can donate there. And also you can call in as 888-979-2796. That's 888-979-2796. So Director Chimaranga, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
So I understand that initially there was talks about the police saying that this wasn't arson. What was that about? We see, we go outside and we see clear, evident arson.
Well, I think they were assuming that this was a colonial citizen who had carried this out, colonizer citizen. So that's the way they would charge a colonizer citizen who attacked the sworn enemy of the state, and that's the Uhuru movement. So they were treating it like we were their enemy, and that's how they dealt with it. So, on tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the Uhuru House, we'll be having a press conference to talk about this arrest because we think it requires political analysis to talk about it. So I won't call any names. I do know the name of the subject who was arrested. I won't call any names or go any further in identifying them, but we think it's important to give a political analysis about that because this was a really serious incident. It was a very highly ideological attack 2 days before the 4th of July.
Right.
That was no coincidence
Not at all.
that somebody would roll into the courthouse parking lot with a flamethrower and then incinerate the African flag. That's a highly ideological act, a political act. So notwithstanding whether the person is mentally ill or not, that was a political decision. May have been driven by others. We suspect it was driven by others, but it was a highly political act that that this person carried out. Just wanted to add also that the whole fabric of America is engulfed in violence. And you just saw 7 people get killed in Highland Park, Illinois, and then Uvalde, Texas, where a colonial subject actually carried out that mass shooting. And we are very clear that but all of this is part of the crisis of imperialism, the crisis of the colonial capitalist system, and is coming apart at the seams. And that's just the evidence. So we don't want people to get confused and start identifying the symptoms as the cause, because the cause is colonial capitalism. That's what drove somebody to come to the Uhuru House and burn that flag up. The symptom is what they did. The cause is colonial capitalism. So we have to be really clear, because we want to make sure that our community understands this is who the enemy is, this is what the enemy represents, as opposed to individual acts. It's a systemic thing that we're fighting. Colonial capitalism is a system of oppression where African people are oppressed at every level of society, social, economic, and political. Domination by a foreign and alien state power. And it's in the form of white power. It was a system born on colonialism and genocide of the native people. So it hasn't really changed that much. Their methods have changed, but the fundamental substance of colonial capitalism is alive and well.
I really want to appreciate that answer and that real profound analysis, Director Chimaranga. And I really want to re-emphasize again the significance of these institutions, so this message and this analysis can be put out, because you're not going to get it anywhere else. We have a responsibility to support the institutions that represent us, that cater to us, that put out our own program, our own agenda. That's why we are having this July fund drive. I want to reiterate what Comrade Director Chimaranga said. Come out to hear the newest updates on this case, on this attack on the entire African community. It'll be at 10 a.m. in the Uhuru House. That's 1245 18th Avenue South. We're gonna play a quick record for y'all. And while you're playing this record, make sure you make those calls. Make sure you go on Cash App. Make sure you go on blackpound96.org and make those pledges. Over. All right. Just ran this on. 520. I got one more question.
Okay.
Engineer.
What's up? What's up?
On the app, you can hear an echo, or
Echo.
first it was you can hear the music. Oh, I think y'all got it on the app, you can hear echo like feedback. So like,
How's it sound now?
I'll wait for the conference.
Yeah, I got 2 or 3 calls. I was on the phone. So
Yeah. I know. All y'all trying to think something. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah.
But you had all the mics up. That was what I was hearing. Mics wasn't. Like all the levels have to be up, like all 4.
And we can put.
You're saying it. I have. No, yeah, nothing's but I think it's the mic. I was just talking to Dexter. If he had mic 2, 3, and 4 actually up, because it sounds like it was just only his mic up. And that's what I think would have sparked. Dexter, did you? Did you have 2 and 3, 4 mics up, all the mics, all the way up? because that's what I was getting as just analysis for my own self by doing this a lot. It was only your mic that was getting the feed. That's why I couldn't hear Shingaranga from my earphones because he was talking where he was at. It was coming through your mic, not his mic, or that mic, or this mic. We're all talking out, but we're talking on your mic. These mics were not on. I didn't want to interrupt this stuff, but that's just my analysis. I don't, Thank you. Yes. Right. Yep. Yeah, and I was telling him that too. The levels on the music was not. It kind of interrupted Shumaranga when he was talking. Said, "Bring your music down." I don't know if you want me to try to engineer Dexter until we can. That way you don't. I think it'd be best if I engineer that way to make sure you guys are straight.
So I mean, so how's the music sounding right now?
Here, hold on. Yeah, she was saying it best. What people are calling me. Sandy saying best to pull the music all the way down. Again, hold on, Sandy. Yeah, Alan. Thanks. Hey. Yeah, we can hear all this, everybody talking their ears on the radio. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Alan. Let me engineer Dexter just for this show. Just so you'll be, and you can sit right here and talk. Yeah, but you.
I just put it on speaker so
Yeah, I got it, Sandy. Personally. Right, all right.
Yeah, so that, just there a mic on there?
Yeah, it's a mic on there.
Move on. Yes, I'm literally following you.
Right. Let me see. Everybody call and say, you got it. You can't hear.
I'm trying to figure out how to hear us.
Because all the mics were up. So.
But no, the mics weren't up.
Well, the way other than on live, but these people are asking.
Yeah.
Gotta be the way around.
I'm saying I haven't touched them.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so here the echo. No, Mike.
See,
Right.
what is it? I'm trying to hear.
Check this. Okay, I got it.
Who's that?
Yes, it was a telephone line. It was a. I got it. I got you. Trust and believe. Now she can't hear me at all, right? Can't hear nothing. Can't hear nothing. You got it. Here goes that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Either. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. No, 4 was up. I thought it was. I checked. They off.
I mean, it didn't seem up. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, they're all down to me. I'm trying. I mean,
see right here. 4th one.
Yeah.
That would be the one you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But let me check y'all again. So if I got y'all before we go back on, how long is the break? Let me see. Where is that? I don't hear no music or nothing. Let me pull the mega shake up, and the mega shake is off. Look like.
You say you're not hearing me.
Okay. So, I got the biggest shake. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Right on. Okay, turn your volume up, Dexter. Turn your volume.
On the computer.
Computer, yeah, all the way up. All the way up. No matter, I'll control it from here. Okay. Now let me get y'all to hey again one time. Anybody? Just go ahead.
Black Power, 96.
Yeah, you good. Shumaranga.
96.
You great. Next. Yep, you great.
I saw 96.3 FM.
Yeah, you great. I got you. All right. Now we in business. I'll just go ahead and get it. Good. Okay, yeah, we good. Oh, nobody got Sandy. Shakara,
Yeah,
you still on the phone with Sandy?
no, but I can be.
Yeah, ask her how it sound now.
Okay.
Be good. Alexa, let me know when you're ready to go back on and I'll pull the music down and you guys can.
All right. Yeah.
You guys will be perfect. You're
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, let me get with Cara, because you saw still and see what Cara was here saying. We can go. Sound good, Shakara?
Yeah, well, hold on, say she's gonna call me right back. I'm
Oh,
checking.
forget it. Let's go. You ready? Next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, Sandy said, make a note to greet, look at the laptop for a minute, YouTube, Facebook viewers, thank them for tuning in and be patient with our.
Okay, sure.
All right. We're back.
Uhuru, and we're back. And we're back. Welcome to a special episode of Black Power Talks, part of the Black Power 96 July Fund Drive. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on social media, patient with us through a few of these technical difficulties. I want to thank you all for staying with us. I want to appreciate all of our FM listeners for tuning in as well. Again, my name is Dexter Mwingu, and I'm here in the studio with Chimaranga Waller, Director of Organization for the African Socialist Party, and DJ Eddie Multi, Black Power 96 Station Manager. And real quick, I wanted to bring on Comrade Power, Comrade Midget, for you to come in and give us any update we have around these pledges, these donations. What's it looking like, Comrade?
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please.
The update is there is no update, so that means that you need to call in and donate.
Well, how about these people? I see it right here on the list. Don't
Oh,
play
you have
that.
a list,
Don't play that.
you have a list.
You guys
You have a
disrespecting
list,
the
yes, and I
donors.
share.
Oh, okay. Be like on Black Power 96.3 FM. DJ Edit, world's best blind DJ. We are in the middle of raising funds for the station. You're listening to Black Power Talks. Black Power Talks has been broadcasting for over a couple of years here at Black Power 96.3 FM. We definitely need your support. Listen, there are so many ways that you can support this station. Not only Black Power Talks, you can stop by the station right now. It's about 4 or 5 people. We are in here waiting for your support. This community is a wonderful community. We know it is because you stood up, you fought for us in 1996 when Teron Lewis was killed and murdered in the streets. You guys came to our defense. And we need you right now, right here at Black Power 96.3 FM. Black Power Talks are barging on raising $600. Our goal is $6,000. You've been hearing me saying it. I have saying it and saying it, because this is a station that needs your support. And not only we need your support, but this is the only way we're going to get the message out about what we need to do for our people, me and you and I. We are Black People United. This is where we stand right now today. We need your support. We talked about Director Shimarega just got through talking about the importance of coming together on tomorrow morning, because we do have a person involved for burning our flag down. That's our nation's flag. Right. You should be a part of it at the same time. They broadcast it throughout the nation and around the world. There's a reason for that, because it has to be put out there in the world. We cannot stand for this colonial system to continue to attack us, right. Human beings, not only human beings, but African people, man. We are the motherland. We are the proud people of this country and every country in this world, because we begin in Africa. Everything begins in Africa. I need you to stop by the station right now. If you love your community like you say you love DJ Eddie like you say you love, I get the calls all the time. I love this station. Again, support the station that supports our community, man. It's all about us, and not just this community here in St. Petersburg. We're talking about people that's getting killed everywhere in the country. Director Shimarega just said about it. More violence than ever before, because this colonial system is getting attacked every day. They realize that this system is about to get ready to be demolished and destroyed. And the way it's going to be destroyed is because people like yourself coming together, getting organized, saying we are done with being oppressed. We are done with being sent handouts. Nobody want no food stamps. What the hell is food stamps? I'm being honest with you. Do you want food stamps? I do. I don't. And certainly don't. And I'm telling you, this is what we have to do to come together. Tomorrow morning, Director Shimarega, I'm going to turn it back over to you. I just want to make sure that people are hearing us, that people are knowing that we are definite. Director just said it. We have to donate. There's several ways you could do. If you're online listening and watching, go in your wallets, go ahead and donate securely on the World Wide Web at www.blackpower96.org/donate. 5 or 10, 20 or 50. It don't take 1,000 men to make $1,000. One man can give it to you. If you're sitting in your home and you're listening to this story, if you're listening to me, if you're concerned about our nation, the African nation, if you're concerned about Black people as a whole, and you're a Black man with a lot of money, do your part. It takes part of you. Whoever's sitting at home and say, I got it, DJ Eddie, we'll send it on. Go to blackpower96.org/donate or use our cash app. It's so easy to use. It's $. Black Power 96 $. Black Power 96. Director Shimbarega, Director.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate too, the number is 888-979-2796. So again, you got multiple avenues to get this donation. And Director Mango, while we got you in here still, I wanted to really kind of segue into just the whole question of housing in the African community, just the struggle around housing. Because I believe that's directly tied to the attack we experienced this past weekend. I know the Uhuru movement, the party has played such a crucial role in the struggle for people in this community. And if you could speak a little bit on that.
Yeah, I think it's important for African people to see that, to kind of connect the dots.
Yeah.
Because if we are dealing with a system of colonial capitalism, as opposed to the so-called symptoms of racism and white nationalism, and all our problems are connected. The problem of housing is connected to the problem of white nationalists and other misinformed Africans who have taken on a white nationalist ideology, who come to attack the Uhuru House. All of that is connected. We got but the contradiction in itself, the primary contradiction is the struggle against colonial capitalism, because all of those symptoms are rolled up and wrapped up into the whole system itself. So if we defeat colonial capitalism, we'll defeat the attacks on the George Floyds of the world. We'll defeat the whole question of people being homeless and out on the street.
Right.
We'll defeat the whole question of white nationalists and other uninformed people coming to the Uhuru House to attack the flag. We'll be a free people, but we have to make this overall fight against colonial capitalism, defeat it forever and for good, and African people can be free and self-determined.
Uhuru, I want to appreciate your time with us. Thanks, Director Timberlake. I know you're a busy man. I know you got things to attend to.
They never too busy. They be on 96 point.
It is. I think I'm trying to get you on stuff.
No, I think people should call in, go ahead and donate, and make this program successful.
Yes, indeed. And also, you want to hear more on this issue? We do. And PDM is hosting a rally, a community meeting this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Uhuru House. That's 1245 18th Avenue South. Like Director Chimaranga said, all of this is connected. None of this stuff happens in isolation. All of these things, and we understand all these issues are symptoms of colonial capitalism. We need to understand how we're going to organize to fight against the system. So come, get some more information, and more importantly, get organized this weekend. We're talking this Sunday at 4 p.m. at the Uhuru House, 1245 18th Avenue.
Yes.
All right. And again, I want to try this one more again, because I understand we have had some donations. We had some people coming to give pledges. So I want to invite Comrade Takara. What are we looking like so far?
Hello, everybody. We have a spreadsheet, okay? And we just want to shout out a couple people that made donations so far. We want to thank William Miller, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. That's love right there.
Yeah.
He ain't even the state of Florida. That's love.
Yeah, I want to talk about.
We're also going to thank Kofi Akinbla.
K-Balon.
Okay,
I got you, folks.
Thank you. I was close. I'm gonna get that right. And then Elijah Jennings as well. That's from St. Pete. And Oakland Beat was from St. Louis, all the way from Missouri. So shout out to her. Thank you so much.
All right. STL, a lot of powerful work going on. STL, like you said, Director Timringa said, this whole colonial capitalist thing is all connected. Well, the anti-colonial struggle is all connected too, you understand? So the work that Black Power 96 does is directly connected to the farmers market we have in St. Louis, to the Black Power Blueprint, just the expansive work that's going on there that's virtually turning the community of St. Louis around. And we're not just stopping in St. Louis, we're not just stopping in St. Petersburg. We want to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, many St. Petersburg and St. Louis. And the donation we make today is going to be a vital contribution to making that happen. It's all connected.
Yes, it.
Okay, so shout out William, shout out Elijah, and shout out Fofi. All right. So before we move on to this next subject, I wanted to see DJ Eddie can play another record for us. The next set.
Yeah, Maker says has a taco show. There you go. All right. You got the music. Yeah, the computer is playing Black Power Talk Show last week.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody on the live? How y'all enjoying the program so far?
Yeah, comment, right?
Yeah, we gotta look at those comments. Elijah, you ever take a peek at those comments?
Yeah, I'm looking at them on YouTube.
Give us some feedback.
Yeah, what's some of the feedback?
It's just people tuning in saying who.
Where they're tuning us from?
Yeah, we got one person from Montreal.
Okay, Canada.
Let's see. Montebello gave $50.
All right, Montemella. VP, Vice President of Imperial Montemella.
From Georgia, Marion County, Marion. Indiana.
Yeah.
Right.
Is your mic on? Or you on Zoom?
On Zoom?
No, I'm on Zoom.
You know Zoom?
This is on Zoom.
I know, but that's what's. You cut your mic.
Yeah, I'm Zoom.
Mute.
Yeah, mute.
So that's yes.
Yep, there it is. No, it's still there.
This low. They can hear me.
But when we go live, don't you want to cut it right?
Yeah, we go live.
Yeah.
The African community of St. Pete has a vibrant history of organizing and defending these institutions and organizations.
Yes,
I wanted to say that. And you know, and also again, we can't forget we are in the middle of this fund drive. We're in the middle of this fund drive. I understand we've gotten some even more donations.
Yes, all right.
Where you at? How we looking?
Drum roll.
How we looking?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the drum roll. Very
Of
nice.
course, I try.
So we also have the none other than Dexter Emanuingo,
Wow,
who donated from sunny St. Petersburg,
I
Florida.
got something.
He is. He's my friend.
I love his last name.
Yeah.
We also have Tamani.
Tamanai.
Okay,
Tamanai. Yes, this is the comrade. Like, she's a Peter member out of Boston. Shout out to Tamanai.
Yes, all the way from Boston.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Denzel, who actually decided to be donating monthly. So we definitely want to salute him.
Sustainer, yeah.
Institution.
Right
on, Denzel. Right on.
I'll let you do this last one. This
Massamela.
Okay, I was
Conrad.
moving in the right direction.
That's my dude right there.
I was going, yeah, I was.
You got the matzo down pat. I think the Amela was
you know, I'm a work in progress. But we want to thank everybody that donated. We really appreciate you guys. We also actually have a Black Power 96 volunteer. Oh, Mike Jones came through. Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. $45. Yes, thank you. Last but certainly not least, we have Eric, and he is donated all the way from Canada. Wow. So that, like, we international.
Yes.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Right there. So we
International.
want to thank everybody that donated. We appreciate it. We definitely we're taking any other donations. So call in, cash out, do whatever. I'm waiting to answer the phone. I ain't talking about it on the phone yet. I've been waiting to talk to y'all. I was just like in my hand. Nobody called me.
We ain't start playing.
I just knew somebody was gonna call
We're
me.
not paying this phone bill for nothing now. We gotta have this phone.
That's my first time holding a real phone in forever. Battlefield phone.
What's the
Right.
goal tonight? What's the goal tonight?
The goal is $600.
We have exceeded that goal.
Where are we? How much do we have?
We are at $610. So
Ah,
we exceeded our goal today. So kudos to you
Good, all
and
right.
us.
And then again, the entire fund drive, we got 8,000 is the goal for the entire fund drive. So we don't stop.
Don't stop.
We know we can do. We know how much we can do. We know what we can do. We set out to sustain these institutions. You know what we can do. Marcus Garvey had millions of Africans donating $1 each, a penny each. You know we all have the ability to do it. So we gotta sustain, we gotta do this for the month long. So we had 610. I want to salute everybody and appreciate everybody. Give. Every dollar puts us $1 closer to our goal for the entire month. Let's make it happen. Like I said, I know we're gonna make it happen.
Yes.
All right.
Girl.
So now everybody who we got in the studio today, we got my man Mike Jones, who
Mike
we
Jones.
also have comrade Eliza in the corner.
Been quiet today.
Bashful.
Been clapping though. He been clapping.
Yeah, he's a good clapper. He's a really good clapper. But Eliza, we really want to appreciate you. As a new, I want to put you on the spot without putting you on the spot.
Yes.
If you're a new member of this movement and this party, a young comrade, I really want to really just ask you, what inspired you to become a member of the party and a member of this movement? How have you been experiencing this so far as a young comrade?
Right. I believe Director Chigamaranga talked about it earlier when he talked about the symptoms of the capital motor production.
People want to see you on live, man.
Yeah, but Chigamaranga talked about the symptoms of the colonial motor production when he was on, and that more or less was what drove me to the movement. Is I'm young, I'm living through all these accelerated events that would be happening in history. It's almost revolutionary. It's living through history. Yes.
Right.
Right on. I like that. See, I don't know why you didn't want to talk, man. You're good. Thank you. And also again, we got a brother Mike Jones, who's a listener of Black Power Talks and Black Power 96. I wanted to ask you, why you support the station, why you listen to Black Power Talks, comrade?
First of
Hold
all,
on, you gotta give your mic. Mike, people gotta hear.
First of all, I'd like to say I haven't made my normal donation. I'm 3/4 off what I normally donate. So I will be donating another $75
My man.
to the station.
My man.
Okay. And I listen to the station because, like the young brother just said, we're in revolutionary times, right? And I just want to make sure that I'm hearing and listening to the recent news that is being published by the Uhuru organization. And not only here, but also on the continent of Africa. And that's why I listen to the station.
I appreciate you.
I'm a little gun shy here right now.
Hey, man, it's fine, man.
It's a little different when the mic in your room than in your room.
Now I'm hot. They all over there.
It is. Mike Jones. Whoop. I appreciate you, comrade. And no, but what you said is really powerful, though. What you said was absolutely on point. Again, when you're talking about a unique message, you're not gonna hear it anywhere else.
Right.
You're not gonna get that analysis anywhere else. I'm understanding because it sounds good. I'm saying it because it's true. I challenge anyone to look anywhere and find the same message that we put out.
Right.
And that's why, Black Power 96 was funded by the people, was founded by the people, and it's gonna reach its goals through the people. And only through the people we're gonna be able to do what we gotta do with the station. And it's supporters like you, Mike Jones, to make that happen.
Yes.
So I really want to salute you.
Yes.
And I also want to salute another donation we got out of New Jersey. Got a donation, $30 donation from Uchindi.
Yes. Keep coming. Yes.
Keep it coming.
Yes.
And it's also DJ Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
I want to salute you as well. Just for again the vital role you play in Black Power 96, Black Power 96 station manager. I mean, you really are. I mean, you're a man, but you're really like an entity. I mean, I tell you, there's not a single store I can go to around here that can go without basically getting free things by dropping your name.
Yeah, percentage.
Like I got you. I thought we were comrades.
Yeah, I get a hamburger sandwich. Piece of your sandwich.
Other day, when I was in the store the other day, I said, let me get some grits. And they were like, $5. I was like, $5. I said, DJ Eddie said, oh, I can't find to say that.
Well, thank you, Conrad.
Yeah, but just showing how
that.
cherished you are, how cherished your voice is, and how you really recognize leadership right here in the African community. So I want to salute you.
Yes. You just said something a few minutes ago, and I really appreciate it. I don't want to take any credit. I just thank God and where I am and where He put me at and things I do for this community. It's all about doing it for my people.
That's it.
And I can't do anything else but fight. It's not a job for me. This is just enjoyment. I enjoy fighting. And you say a job. No, I say it sometimes on the gospel show. I got the best job in the world on my morning gospel show because I got hired by Jesus and He hired me. You can't fire me. And I say that with the revolution. You can kill me as a revolutionary, but you won't kill the revolution.
Right on,
and so
right
I understand that, and I keep on fighting for rights for you, I, and everyone that's under the sound of my voice, wherever you are, looking on the web, wherever. I'm 100% blind, I don't see nothing, but I feel everything, and I feel you should be donating to this station because it's all about us, man. Nobody takes care of you like you.
That's it. And I'd be remiss if I didn't salute the leader and founder of the Uhuru Movement, the African People's Socialist Party, Chairman Amali Shatella. We're going to be having this conversation. Chairman, you don't have this analysis that we're putting out if it wasn't for Chairman Amali Shatella, born and raised right here in St. Petersburg, Florida, who would be here right now if the African Revolution didn't call him to St. Louis to build over there. So I really want to salute Chairman for making all of this possible. And lastly, I want to salute again the African community for making this possible, for helping us reach our goal today. It's going to help us reach our goal for the month. I know that. And we at the conclusion of this episode of Black Power Talks, but we're not at the conclusion of this fund drive. We're not at the conclusion of accepting donations. I want to say again, Cash App, Black Power 96.
Yes.
blackpower96.org/donate. And you can call, matter of fact, you can pull up like Mike Jones just did. Come to 1245 18th Avenue South, 13th Street side, bang, 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 like DJ Eddie said, and drop your donation. Or call 888-979-2796. I want to appreciate everybody for calling in, for participating in a special episode of Black Power Talks. I want to quote my man DJ Eddie, we are Black people united. Let's get free.
We locked on Black Power 96.3 FM, DJ Eddie, world's best flying DJ. Keep it locked on Tampa Bay's #1 station for hip hop, gospel, R&B, African beats, and a whole lot more. Here's King George with Big Bear. Better roll on. Okay.
All right.